We got Tyson Fury against Dillian Whyte. Now, as I stated last week, I don't know why Dillian Whyte keeps getting these opportunities. A lot of people feel bad for him because he's been the mandatory for like 1,000 days or whatever the number is. But, you know, if you get caught cheating once, okay, we all sympathize. Maybe something happened, you know, an accident. When you get caught cheating more than once, 2, 3 times, it's like, okay, man, you know, what's going on here? And for some reason, you know, White keeps getting these opportunities. You know, he has 2 losses now. I think it's only Joshua and Povetkin. He was able to avenge the Povetkin loss and became mandatory once again. But yeah, I just hope he gets knocked out and Fury moves on to the winner of Usyk and Joshua. And hopefully that fight happens, because Usyk, Fury, you know, 2 of the top pound for pound fighters in my opinion. But still, I think anything can happen with Usyk and Joshua number 2, especially if Usyk isn't focused and he's still, you know, focused on bigger things that are going on in his country, you know. But to stay on this topic, Fury against Dillian Whyte, Wembley Stadium. They're expecting 90+ thousand people in that stadium, so it's going to be jam-packed. It's going to be a huge event, ESPN pay-per-view, and I'm reading that the main event should begin around 2 p.m. Pacific time. So if you guys are buying that pay-per-view, you know, just don't tune in at 7 p.m. Pacific, because it'll be over. But I'm looking forward to this one. Like I said, I'm hoping Tyson Fury gets the KO.
Yeah. You know, obviously, everybody that tunes into our show knows that we're big fans of Tyson Fury. He's a great entertainer, great skill, great speed. You know, he's just all around great for the sport. Having said that, I don't think we should sleep on Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte had, like you mentioned, has been the mandatory for who knows how long. I'm sure it sucks and it pisses him off to have been sidelined. Obviously, a lot of that is his fault for, you know, getting caught with PEDs. A lot of that has been him just being put on the on the back end and just been ignored. And this is his chance. This is his big opportunity to, you know, to finally get you know, piece of those titles. And he doesn't have a lot to lose. A lot of people writing with Tyson Fury. You know, obviously he beat you know, Deontay Wilder all 3 matches. Everybody is on Tyson Fury, you know, riding the wave. But man, Dillian Whyte, he's been in there with Joshua. He's rocked them. He's been there with other guys. He's come up short, but he's there to, you know, to shock. And this is his moment. I don't think we should really discount Dillian Whyte so easily. I think it's going to be a very good match.
Yeah, and anything can happen in the heavyweight division, man. As we stated, you know, like I said, I hope Fury gets a knockout, and Clyde says Fury's gonna knock him out within 2, guaranteed. Mad Dog says El Rey de los Gitanos, dice Mad Dog H. But hey, anything can happen. Anything can happen, man. Especially with Fury's style, he likes to drop his hands and be flashy. So, man, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be very interesting to see Tyson Fury in Wembley. He hasn't always been, you know, the darling of UK boxing. In the past, he has said certain comments that maybe a lot of people didn't like. You know, he's a gypsy. You know, that's probably another thing that is against him when it comes to, you know, being a fighter from the UK, not always having that support. It's always been the Joshuas of the world, right? If you go even more back in time, you know, the Ricky Haddons, which Clyde tagged us on a tweet saying that Barrera was going to fight Ricky Haddon for an exhibition fight. We got to check on that. But yeah, it's just interesting to see now that Tyson Fury is being embraced and 90,000 plus, you know, in that Wembley Stadium. It's going to be crazy and very interesting because, you know, since having that collaboration with Top Rank, he's been fighting over here in the U.S. and you know, being promoted more over here. But now he's going back to the UK, and it's going to be spectacular in my opinion. You know, Dillian Whyte didn't show to any of the press conferences. He made an appearance yesterday. They seem very respectful. So we'll see what happens once they get into that ring. Like I said, anything can happen. Both men can get caught. Of course, Tyson Fury may be on another level. Not maybe, for sure on another level than Dillian Whyte. But he can still get caught. He can still get caught. He's proven to have a very good chin. He's been dropped a few times against the biggest puncher we've seen in a long time, in Deontay Wilder. So I'm excited for this one, man, and excited to see what happens after this fight. I'm sure if Whyte can somehow pull this off, I'm sure Fury will want the immediate rematch. Not sure if they'll give Whyte a shot at being undisputed because of his given history, but we'll see. Hopefully Fury can get that KO and make it perhaps a short one, like a lot of these guys are saying in the comment section. Big Bro checking in saying Fury easy KO if you don't get caught with something crazy. And we saw Povetkin put Dillian Whyte away. So, and then Dillian Whyte got that back. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting, but there's only one Tyson Fury. Let's go, mate.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, mate. Now, shout out to the 90,000 fans that are going to be in that crowd. If you guys are going to watch this fight, at least watch it just to hear like that crowd. It's going to be crazy.
Sweet
the thing about British
Caroline. Oh.
Exactly. Something about British fans is they are some of the most fervent fans out there, man. They'll make you believe that your guy's the next big guy, man. He's the next guy. Like, he's going to go overseas and knock all you guys. It's the British fans get behind their people, man. I respect that. But, yeah, they don't always make it. But, you know, Tyson Fury is one of those guys that came overseas and proved a lot of people wrong. So there's a reason why we're so high on Tyson. But like you said, anything can happen. Hopefully nothing crazy happens, because I do want to see Tyson Fury, versus Usyk. Obviously, he's got that tentative date with Joshua first, but I want to see the best fight the best, and no better place than the heavyweights.
Without a doubt, man. Hey, and I know you did want to talk about Mike Tyson talking about heavyweights, but before we get into that, what's your official prediction? I'm saying KO in the middle rounds, maybe 6-7 for Tyson Fury.
I say knockout too, but I'm gonna say TKO. I'm gonna say the ref stops it. But I think Tyson Fury, even though he loves the sport, I think he has like that the Sean Porter mentality where he wants to almost like, he has one foot outside because he wants to retire. He's talked about retirement, but he's so damn good and still hungry at the same time that I feel like he might get clipped a little bit early. But we know him. We know he gets up. He'll get up and he'll finish Dillian Whyte. That's my opinion. I'm gonna say 9th round TKO. I'm gonna give it a little bit more of a distance.
Okay, Big Bro says 5 or 6.
Man, early now. Okay.
Clyde says Fury backs up the wild stuff he talks. That's why he's getting all the warranted love by Americans. Yeah,